What's up, YouTube? This is Timeboy4550, and this is going to be a video response to Synman's The Gamer's Voice Ep.1. Has to deal with like used games and feature games, stuff like that he talked about in this video. And he brought up some pretty good points. And I'm going to talk about some of the stuff on here, some of my opinions and stuff like that. But we'll start off with the used games, like what he said. And yeah, I've read a few articles the past couple of months of developers bitching and complaining, that they don't get they don't get enough money with their games and stuff, But honestly, if the games were good enough to where people wouldn't trade them in and resell them, then they wouldn't have that problem. I'll just get that out of the way. But honestly, why are they even talking about used games now when used games have been around for how long? Past 20 or 30 years? I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous, I mean, what the hell? I mean, all they're looking for is control on what people buy and stuff, which is what they're trying to aim for with digital downloads. I mean, the main reason why people buy used games is because they're cheaper, and a lot of times people don't know if a game's good or not, so they want to try it, before they usually buy it. I mean, I got something to go with that. I'm gonna say it right now while I'm on the subject. This is what I think could happen maybe with the next game systems that come out. Like, say, if they want to kind of cure the used games. I mean, it won't knock it out completely, but maybe bring it down or whatever. But PSN and Xbox Live could have something like a game rental service, where you could download digital games and try them out. If you like them, you can go out and buy them or whatever, something like that. Now, people are going to say, well, you can go over to Blockbuster or other places. Yeah. You need a credit card to do that, and I don't like paying a monthly fee to keep my credit card. I don't like doing that stuff. And besides, it'd be a lot more easier and simpler just to have it through the PSN or Xbox Live Marketplace store, A lot more simpler that way. But anyways, off of that, people are going to buy used games because they're usually cheaper than the new games, which brings me to my next point, which is retail versus downloadable games. You have a choice of either going to the store and getting a game, or you can hop on Xbox or your PlayStation and download your games and do it that way. But here's the problem I see with that. It's supposed to be cheaper to buy your games if you're downloading them onto your Xbox, not the same, because you're cutting. Because if you're downloading them from either the Xbox or the PSN, you're supposed to be saving them money by not having them go through the process of shipping it, getting the packaging and all that. At least you should be paying at least $50 or $45 for the game. Now, I don't see how anybody could, dispute that right there. But that's the main reason why digital downloads, in my opinion, really isn't going to take off. Honestly, it might make, it might happen within about maybe 15 to 20 years, but I don't know. Honestly, though, I think they not with this generation, the next generation of consoles that'll come out, but maybe after that we might be forced into doing that. But anything can happen. I mean, you're looking way down the road from now, and we're just getting towards the end of this generation. I mean, people say that we're halfway there, but usually when we're halfway there. Just because the console consoles are supposed to have a 10-year lifespan doesn't mean they can't release a new one in between that, because that's what they did with the PlayStation 2, you know. And did the same thing with the PlayStation. I mean, Xbox really didn't do that when the 360 came out, but this time around they say they're going to keep it going as long as they can, as long as there's demand for it. But yeah. You know, the reason why I don't think digital downloads will take off right away is because of space. I mean, you look at some of the games. I mean, right now, since you know, they're usually capped at between 8 or 9 gigs because of the 360 still uses the DVD format. So the highest they can usually go is about 8, or since they got the newest, they added like a 1 gig on there, which is only not doesn't really do that much. It just adds security and stuff, but they're going to come out with a new format. But either way, they're more than likely. That's the reason why we haven't heard anything yet about the systems yet, is because they're waiting for solid state hard drives to come down in price, and they're waiting for the memory to become bigger. So yeah. And another thing that I could see about could happen in the future, maybe, is Synman brought up a good point about people not having internet. You know, I mean, a lot of people have internet now, if you look at it, but you know, not everyone has it. So maybe you could have like a removable hard drive that you could possibly disconnect from your system or bring to the store with you, and plug it into a download station where you can actually go on either onto a different system or onto a computer and download your games on there and bring it with you. So that way, if you don't have internet, at least you can go to the store and get your downloadable games onto that hard drive and bring it back with you. You know. But yeah, that's like talking way down the line right there. But anyways, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that we could talk about. But you know, retail, I'm pretty sure is going to be here for a long time. It ain't going to go anywhere. But at the same time, I think when they release the next generation of consoles, they're probably going to release, digital downloads of each of them alongside, like with what Sony's saying they're going to do with the Vita. They're going to release the digital downloads of games that come out alongside the retail. So, just in case maybe whatever handheld comes down, after that or whatever, at least if it doesn't have backwards compatibility with your games or whatever, like with the original PlayStation handheld, at least you'll have the option of getting it on the store, But either way, that's it for this video response. Just thought I'd throw in some points in there and stuff like that, throw in some new stuff. But anyways, hope you guys liked this and enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and catch you guys in my next video. Peace.